Hey everyone, welcome back, and let's write some more neat code today. So today let's solve the problem, merge nodes in between zeros. The description is relatively straightforward this time. The idea is we're given a linked list that has a bunch of digits, and it's going to always start with a 0 and end with a 0, and then it's going to have some zeros in between. And then in between those, there's going to be sections that have non-zeros, like this section and then this section. We want to basically take this linked list and reduce it to only this and this, like these portions that actually have numbers, but each of these portions needs to be condensed into a single value. Just take the sum of all of these. So we get a 4 here, and here we get an 11, I think, and then we just connect them together, and then this is the linked list that we want to return. This is the result. So I'm going to show you a couple solutions for this. First, I'm going to show you the solution where you create a new linked list and just take like these sums and then add them to that linked list. And the second is where we do it sort of in place. This one is slightly more difficult, but it's not that much more difficult, so I think it's worth knowing. But both of these will be linear time and constant space. Well, I guess as long as you don't count the new list as additional space. But the idea here is nothing crazy. For the new list solution, the idea is we're going to have a pointer starting here. We're going to create a new list. And since right now the list is empty, we might have like a variable for it. Let's call it result or whatever you want to call it. Right now it's equal to null. So if we want to update the result, we have to just reassign it to whatever like the first node in the list is going to be. And then after that, we're going to have to add new nodes to the end of that list. So first we reassign that variable. Second, we add to the end of that. So instead of dealing with that, we can create something called a dummy node, which is going to be empty. Like the value is going to be 0. It doesn't matter what value it is, but it's going to point at next. And so now what we're going to do is every time we create a node, like we get the sum of all these values, we're going to add that node to the end of here, and we're going to keep doing that. So this just avoids the edge case of where we initially don't have the beginning of the list that we're going to return. It's not like it's difficult to handle that case, but it just needs like an extra if statement. So we're going to avoid that by using dummy nodes. So now the problem becomes pretty simple. Our pointer is here. We're at 0. Like we'll assume our pointer is always going to be at 0. It's always going to start at 0. And now we're going to keep going until we reach 0. So we're going to look at this value. It's not 0, so it's 3. Now, next value, it's 1. Next value, it's 0. So if we were keeping track of the sum, it's going to be 4. Add that here. And now, again, we're starting at 0. So keep going until we reach 0. Well, 4 plus 5 plus 2. Now we're at 0. So that was 11. Add that to the end of this. And now we're done. Now to return the result, as long as we kept a reference to the dummy variable, we can just say dummy.next should return this portion of the linked list. So coding this up isn't going to be super crazy. I'm going to have the current variable. It's initially going to be at the head of the linked list. And then I'm going to create that dummy node we were talking about. And I also want a pointer that's going to point at the end of the dummy list, because what we're going to return here is going to be dummy.next. So let's assume that dummy is always going to be at the head of that linked list that we're trying to build. We're going to have another variable. I'm going to call it tail, which is always going to be at the end of that linked list. Right now, it's going to be at the same position because there's only one node there, the dummy node. So I'll actually just move it to the line above, but it's going to be reassigned, as you're going to see in a second. So right now, we're going to say while cur, but we're going to end up changing this. And I guess I'll just change it now. I'll tell you why, because remember, we have a linked list. We have a 0, and then like we have some values. Then we have another 0, and then maybe some more values, and then an ending 0. So we know our node is going to start at 0. For the next iteration, we're going to assume that, again, cur starts at 0. And lastly, we're going to be here. But we know that the last node doesn't have a node after it. So instead of saying while cur, we're going to say while cur.next, because if we reach the last 0, then we're done. We don't need to do anything. And we also know that cur will never go out of bounds. It's never going to go outside of the list. We're going to keep shifting the pointer until we reach 0. So the idea is while cur.next.value is not equal to 0, keep shifting the pointer. So cur equal cur.next. And we want to do this because we want to create a new node. I'm going to do that up above here. And we can pass in like a default value of 0, but that's already kind of happening up here. That's how it's done in Python. But I'll put a 0 here just to be explicit. So now, as we're iterating through these nodes until we reach 0, we want to take the value of each of those nodes and add that to the node's value that we just created. So far so good. The last thing now is we want to take this node that we just created and insert it into this dummy list up above. We can do that pretty easily like this. Tail.next is equal to the node that we created up above. And now we should probably shift our tail pointer and set it to tail.next or node.next, whatever you want to do. And lastly, this one you might forget. Right now, when we're shifting this pointer, cur.next is not equal to 0. That means that when this loop stops, cur.next will be equal to 0, like the value will be 0. But we want to stop our current pointer at 0. So here we're going to do one more shift outside of this loop. We're going to have at least one shift where we say cur is equal to cur.next. We want to actually stop at the 0. So mainly just a bunch of pointer manipulation here. And that kind of shows me that I actually had a typo over here. The easiest way to explain it will probably be to just draw it out again, but like this. Remember, with a list like this, our current pointer will start at 0. We want to keep shifting it, so current.next is non-zero here, and then here we stop, and then outside of the loop, we shift one more time here. But the values that we actually want to add to the node are current.next, not current, but the actual values that are non-zero. So here, let's change this to current.next. I feel like the hardest part about linked list problems is just making sure you have your pointers correct. But let's go ahead and run this. And as you can see on the left, it works. Now for the in-place solution, it's not too bad. The first thing that you might try is something like this. You start at 0, so why not just take this value, and just add it here, and then just kind of delete these nodes, and then do the same for all the other zeros, and then you're done. The only problem with that is there's kind of an edge case. Like, it'll work perfectly fine. The only edge case is that there are more zeros than there are going to be values in the output. So what are you going to do? Just remove the last node at the end? I mean, that's perfectly valid, but a slightly cleaner solution would be to instead use the following 0. So kind of just ignore the first one, and here, take this value and then take the rest of the values and then put them there, and then get rid of the rest of the nodes and ignore the 0 as well. So this one might seem less intuitive, but it's actually easier to code up, as you're going to see in a second. So here, what we would do is just take this value, put it here, this value, put it here, delete this, and delete the 0. And when I say delete, we're pretty much going to be taking the pointer and then pointing it at the next node, whatever it happens to be after we deleted these. And then same thing here, except this one will be pointing at null. So that's kind of how the delete's going to be done. So let's code this one up. Once again, we're going to start our pointer at cur. We're going to do the same loop condition while current.next is non-null. But this time, we're going to shift the pointer one more time. Like, we're going to assume our current pointer starts at 0, but we want the non-zero value. So let's shift it one time. Cur is equal to current.next. Now, same kind of loop, current.next.val. While it's not equal to 0, go ahead and add it, but don't add it to the node with 0. Add it to the first node that actually had a value, which was this one. So I'm actually going to have a second variable for this. Node, I guess, is what I'll call it to be consistent with the last solution. But you can see that this one is pointing at the same thing. We could have put this on one line. I won't do that, just to make this a bit more approachable for like a beginner. But this pointer is where we're going to be adding the value to now. So node.value, add to it current.next.value, and then shift the current pointer. So that's great. Now, the only part is the deletion. And also, I guess the fact that like outside of this loop, we still do want to shift the pointer one more time. We do want to say current is equal to current.next. So now that we have that, how do we handle the fact that we're going to be deleting some nodes? Well, we have the first node in like that sequence. So this node, and we want it to point now at the next node after 0. So here, after the loop is finished, current.next is at 0. We shift current one more time. So now current is at 0. So therefore current.next is going to be the node with the first value in like the next sequence. So we can say node dot next, set it to the next node, like current dot next. And it could be possible that current dot next is null, because if this is the last 0, then current dot next is going to be null, and that's fine. Like, that'll work with this. So after all that's done, what do we end up returning? Should we just return head? No, because the head was a 0 node. We want to actually return head.next, because the second node in the input is going to be the start of the result. It was the first node that had a non-zero value. So this is the result. So this is the solution. Same time and space complexity, just maybe slightly cleaner, and it's in place. So let's run it. Okay, unfortunately, I realized I had a very trivial bug here. The fact that we didn't put this on the same line actually did cause a bug. Can you kind of see why that is? It's because up above, like, this is what we actually want. We want cur and the node to both point at the next node. But down here, we're actually shifting this. It's pointing at current.next, and then node is pointing at current.next, which will be 1 after this one. So that's my bad. I should have just put this here, or we could have put this statement before the other one. So I guess I'll do that. So really sorry about that. The order that we do these pointer changes does matter a lot. This one down here, it matters as well. As you can kind of see, we're doing the same thing here. So just try to be careful about that. Okay, now you can see that it works and it's pretty efficient. If you found this helpful, check out Leetcode.io. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.